Here we go. Hey guys, welcome back to another Blender tutorial. Today we are going to be doing floral shirt patterns. Why? I don't know. But here we are, we're doing it anyway. So, the idea here is if we can make a single flower, which that's already fucking challenging, but if you can make a single flower, you can then texture bomb it, is kind of the word for this. It's when you scatter it in a random looking way. And then if we do this in a seamless way, it looks like a seamless shirt texture. So, two challenges. One, making a flower. Second, scattering that flower. So let's start with making a flower, see if we can even get past there. So what I'm thinking is we add in a plane. Now, a flower is kind of like a thing that is repetitive as we go along the angle. It's kind of something we'd want to use polar coordinates for because you have a certain number of petals and they all, you get the idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do texture coordinates. What kind? Always object coordinates because they're the easiest to handle in the sense that the origin's already in the middle and all that. So I'm going to take this. I want to turn this Cartesian coordinate system, which is what we have right now, into a radial coordinate, polar coordinate system. That's what it's called. Trick for this, I've talked about it a million times. Make sure to hit subscribe, smash like. Use arctan 2. Basically, this is arctangent and division packed into a single function, where if I go y and x, it's going to be y divided by x, socket 1 divided by socket 2, y divided by x, and then take that and extract the angle. It's just a trigonometry trick, okay? You do this, you see that now we have an angle. Issue is what? Say it all together now. It's the angle is going from 0 to pi, and in the other direction, 0 to negative pi, as you can see. Negative 3.141592653589799323846264338327950288. You get the point. By the way, all those digits are correct. It goes from negative pi to pi. We want it to go from 0 to 1 so we can see it all. And so it's easier to deal with. So map range can take a input interval minus pi to pi, send it to 0 to 1, and there we go. Now to turn this into a floral thing, we're going to need a repetition kind of thing going on here. So whenever I think repetition, I think fraction. Like, you're walking down the street, I just need to repeat, oh, I'm on Fraction Street. Either way, fraction lets us now increase the number of petals or sections or whatever. I'm going to go for 8 petals to begin with. So it's going from, instead of 0 to 1, it's going from 0 to 8. So I'm just increasing this, and then fraction makes it repeat. Okay? 0 to 8. So now the question is, how do we turn this into petals? And that's a very good question. I'm thinking what we do is we do this in the same way we do a graph, where I'm going to take this, maybe send it through like an RGB curves or something, and then we're going to compare it to the radius. Just an idea. So RGB curves is going to let us kind of reshape this in a sense. It's kind of hard to tell because we're doing it as we go across the angle. Don't think about it too hard. You'll hurt your head. So what I'm going to do instead is we're just going to set up this graph, and then it should be a bit more obvious. So we're going to take vector math. We're going to compare it to what? To the, not the angle, the radius, right? Polar coordinates are radius. By the way, link in the description. Not really. It's a live stream. Node preview. It's dank. Polar coordinates are length and angle coordinates. So the idea is if we now compare these two using something like is something greater than something else, now we have a floral pattern. Again, why does this work? Don't think about it too hard. Long story short, we're taking this angle, we're remapping it. So you can see now I'm changing the look of my petals. And we're remapping it and comparing it to the radius. So the question is, how do we make the petals actually connect? I think if they both start at 0 and then we move the midpoint, now you can see it makes a bit more sense in a way. And you can reshape this and get like petal. I mean, this is a good way to make a procedural fan if you wanted to. But I'm just gonna, I don't know, reshape it into something kind of interesting. Okay, that's our flower. Fuck it. So 6 petals, 4 petals, however many petals. That's our petal thing. By the way, maybe a better way to think about this is as subtraction. So we actually get that gradient. And you're thinking, oh, why is that useful? Because then you get a bunch of effects for free, like ping pong, free flower thing, or modulo is another cool one. Maybe this is the way I should be making my flowers. So let's send it through that. Let's send it through a greater than, just so this thing has like striations. Whatever, that's our flower, long story short. Now the question is, how do we tile it? So I'm going to take this, turn it into a node group. Fine. The question is, what can we do to our coordinate system that somehow makes this repeat? Here's a tried and true trick. What you're going to do is you're going to use Voronoi texture, what we talked about before. Why? Because of this position output. What this basically does is it takes the plane and fragments it into discrete coordinates. So each of these blocks, I think, has a single... No, it doesn't have a single coordinate, but it does have a single center. I don't know. Very confusing. I think what we do is we take this and we subtract it to the UV coordinate system or something. Let's see if we can get it to work. So I'm going to use UV coordinates, and I'm going to use UV coordinates. And one of these combinations will give us something. I think it's this one. And then if it does work, let me explain it. It is. So I think what this is doing is we're taking UV coordinate space, which is just like the plane, x going from 0 to 1, y going from 0 to 1. We've fragmented it into discrete coordinates, so this bottom left is all black instead of just... Either way, we've done that. We've subtracted them away, so I think this makes a local UV space for every single fragment. Is this useful? Let's see. Let's try to plug it in, see what we get. I can tell it's almost working. I'm thinking if we take this and make the coordinate system even smaller. Even smaller. There you go. Now we're seeing we're getting some flower scattering. The nice thing about this is easy to make a grid of flowers, or if you just offset it a bit, it doesn't work exactly because the fragments have cut off, so you actually need like 4 Voronois and evaluate them and take the maximum. Something like that. But seems to kind of work. And then you wrap it on a cloth or something. So I think that's the essence of it. Let me switch back to main cam. I'll keep this blend open in the background just in case we want to build off of it. Okay, floral pattern, beautiful. Okay, I've missed some messages. Let me go back and read them. $20 JM wants it. I'm glad I followed through. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate it. Thank you, the doctor, again. I'm just catching up on comments. I'm impressed by how quickly he got into tutorial mode. Don't be fooled when I'm recording a real tutorial. I have to do it a lot of times because I get nervous. But since it's live, you kind of have to put it on. Let's see. You might even say that it's trigonometry. Good one. Okay, I'm getting to the end. I should have paid more attention in math class. Yeah, too late to go back now. You're stuck in this boat. Why aren't you drumming? We'll get back to it. What else? Yes, that is Node Preview. I'd link it since it's an affiliate link, but whatever. We'll move on from that. Will the stream be saved? Probably not. Okay, I think we're up to date. I've gone to the end of the chat. Oh, which means it's time to jam, boys. But hopefully you guys enjoyed that tutorial. Make sure to join Patreon where you get exclusive blends, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. I tried to speed up faster than I should have. Thank you, Doctor.